How's it going, people? Sam the Slabber here, and this is your update video. It was meant to be chucked up yesterday, but instead of doing this, I did actually plan to do like the Hardcore Iron Mode episode 1 kind of thing, but ran out of time. So either way, I'll let you all know about this, and of course, Ironman mode is out now, so Hardcore Ironman mode is a thing, and I am doing it right now, and honestly, it's fucking awesome. I can't explain to you why, but yeah, I'll do that in the first episode, whatever. Either way, let's get into it then. So what's out? Ironman mode and Hardcore Ironman mode. Well, there's a massive list of what you can and can't do in Ironman mode. I'm sure you're probably aware of it. Basically, no player-to-player trades, no grand exchange except for bonds, no picking up drops from anybody else, no loot share, no XP or loot in PvP, no multiplayer games. Most facilities in other players' houses can't be used. No assist or accept aid, dungeoneering is solo honorary, no sinkholes or warbands. Yes. No treasure hunter, no wicked pouch from Solomon's store, no refer a friend, no social slayer, XP gain from Clan Citadel is reduced, no benefit will be received from group buffs or abilities cast by other players, any group buffs cast by the Iron Man will only affect the caster. Combat XP is also reduced if you do less than 100% of damage dealt to the enemy, or if someone else is fighting it as well as you. So yeah, Iron Man also comes along with its own high scores as well as the Hardcore Iron Man mode. Hardcore Iron Man is the same deal as above, except for it takes it a little bit further, where you get permanent death. So you die, game over, count is destroyed. Doesn't matter if you've spent rune coins or you've bought stuff out of the Solomon store, all of that is gone. So yeah, don't advise buying stuff out of there, or at least spending money on it, unless you kind of like know you're never going to die. Note that safe activities carry no risk of permanent death. It'd be nice to have a list of what's considered safe, to be totally honest, because I'm not entirely sure what is considered safe. One little perk to it is once you've reached 1000 total level and 1600 total level, you can speak to a dude called Mr. X in Edgeville, and you can get extra lives on the Hardcore Iron Man mode. So you've got a buffer of 3 lives, but you need to get that skill total first. The first one will cost 100k, and the second one is 10 mil. Which will do, well, I suppose it'll take a little bit of work, since you can't sell to the GE or anything, so it's going to be high alkin for the most part. There are a few items you can just straight up sell to the shop for some nice profit, but, well, let's say profit. But yeah, 10 mil, is, it'll take a bit of work. It's not too hard to do, but it just takes time. But either way, those are the buffer lives you can potentially get. It's an optional safety net if you want it to protect your investment, blah blah blah. Additionally, you can speak to Mr. X and buy a jar of Divine Light. This will allow you to turn your Hardcore Iron Man account into a normal Iron Man account. You'll also sell a Book of Diplomacy, which turns a regular Iron Man into a regular account. So you do have those options if you do start Hardcore Iron Man. So yeah, if you're thinking about making a nub, I would highly recommend trying it out in one of the hardcore first. And if you don't like it, you can obviously just buy one of these items and switch it to a regular account, so no worries. But yeah, all of that is to do with Iron Man. And honestly, I'm liking this a lot more than when I was leveling up that nub cake. I don't know why. It's definitely because of the Hardcore Iron Man, and there's no real easy way to explain it besides that if you actually do it yourself. I mean, you know you only have one life, so everything suddenly becomes like, fuck, am I going to die? Do I need to take extra things? Should I be doing this at this level? It's a lot more interesting. I'm going to say that. It's pretty cool. I would recommend giving it a gander. Also, random thing, didn't even realise this, but there's a thing for noobs when they start this game on a new account. Didn't even know. It's Pathfinder or some shit. That is awesome. I just thought I'd throw that out there. You get some free armor and stuff at low level. I wish I had this on my nubcake. But yeah, it is pretty cool, and I tried that. It tells you to go ahead and start doing some quests early on. It's like, well, I don't know what's required for this. I'm going to do it anyway and see if I don't die. This is the first episode. You'll see it soon enough. It'll be out. Don't you worry. But yeah, Iron Man, it is a good laugh. I'm liking this. I'm probably going to be doing this quite a lot. So yeah, expect more regular uploads as well. The other thing coming along is the Beast and Ghost drop tables. They've modified these. They did say it in the BTS. So these, well, this is your giant list of mobs. So Beast-wise, Rock Slugs, Terror Dogs, Wall Beast, Gargoyles, Kurash, Turoths, Basilisks, Bloodvelds, Mutated Bloodvelds, and Dark Beasts are all getting their drops modified. It's being overhauled like they did the demons. So yeah, can't complain. Good times. Next in the list is all the ghosts. This is your Spiritual Warrior Rage Mage, Ghasts, Mighty Banshees, Ankus, and Aberrant Spectres. They're all being modified as well. So they're all going to have better drops. Although Aberrant Spectres, honestly, their drops are pretty good anyway. It's just a herb fest. Herb and seed fest. So I mean, Yeah, I don't know. I hope they still drop a bollock ton of herbs. I haven't actually killed any yet because I've just been playing the hardcore Ironman, but yeah. One other thing worth a note, within this drop table, they've added 3 new sets of boots for rangers. So, yeah, snakeskin boots and ranger boots aren't your only options anymore until, like, Armadillo or whatever. These come in at level 40, 50 and 60 variants, and they're dropped by Basilisk, Turos and Cuirass in ascending order. So yeah, might be worth having a little gander. Get some free boots. Although honestly, it's not too hard to just get 75 defense or whatever, and then make like 6 mil and buy the Gliga boots. So either way, I suppose it's well, it's nice. I'll definitely be using it on the Nubcake on the Ironman. I'm definitely going to be making use of this. I am actually going to have to do Slayer, which is a bit scary. I don't like Slayer. The other thing they've added, which is completely new, is Ghostly Essence. Yeah. So this stuff is stackable, and you use it to upgrade the Ectoplasmator, which I'm not entirely sure what you get. Is that the thing you get in QBD fights? Just randomly drop from the spectres that QBD summons? Is that the only place you get it? This shows how often I kill stuff in the game. I'm sorry, but I just don't. Honestly, I really don't. I'm more of a skiller. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that is the item dropped by them. I don't know if they dropped by anything else though. Either way, I'm going to stop babbling. You can get the Ectoplasmator from someplace or another. And killing the ghosts now after this new little update, you'll gain Ghostly Essence, which can stack. And with this, once you have 500 Ghostly Essence, you can use it to convert the base Ectoplasmator into an attuned Ectoplasmator. This is like a charged base item, and it'll give you bonus prayer XP whenever you kill ghosts and shit like that. It works alongside the prayer restoring necklaces from Dungeoneering and scatter ashes automatically when they drop. This is beautiful. I need one of these. More essence can be used whenever you want to recharge it once it's been converted. And finally, the chance to drop in essence is increased and the drop quantity is doubled whilst on Slayer assignments for the ghost you're killing. So yeah, it's worth doing. It's basically the Bone Collector, or whatever the hell it's called, from Dungeoneering. I really just don't know anything about this game anymore. I know what they do, I don't know the names of them, don't count on me for that. But yeah, you get this Ectoplasmate up, it's best to attune it straight away or as quickly as possible. That's 500 essence as far as I can see. And from there you charge it just like you charge pretty much anything else in the game. You just use more essence on it and it'll charge. Bonus, if you're on Slayer tasks, double drops. And double, or increased chance of ghostly essence. Or maybe they just mean regular essence since they don't really specify. Either way, it's worth getting, and it'll save you some fucking hassle when you kill stuff which just drops ashes. Unless you plan to sell the ashes, then a Yakso was your best bet. Either way, that is a thing. So yeah, all in all, Iron Man, I am Iron Man. And then the Beast and Ghost drop table switch up thing. And then the ghostly blah blah, and some ranger boots. Good times. Can't fold it. In preparation for the Implant Collector coming with part 2 of the Privthinus release, we're now tracking the types of implants you've captured both in Puro and throughout the wider game world. The implant types you capture from now on will be considered caught when the second batch of Elf City goes live in November. So there you go, confirmation. Well, they confirmed it at RuneFest and I forgot to mention it. But either way, confirmation of the second part of Privthinus coming out in November. And yeah, if you don't know what the implant thing they're talking about there, quite a while ago I made some elf design documents. Just search for those. They're on there, there's 5 of them all together. It shows you every single entire little tiny thing that come in with Privthinus. I think document 3 to 5. Yeah, 3 to 5 should be the second batch updates. So if you just check those out, you'll understand everything that's coming with the new bit of Privthinus. It's pretty awesome, and I would highly recommend looking at it. Simply, if only, to look at the new Herblore stuff that's coming. Honest to God, it is fucking bonkers. I can't wait for it to come out. That will be mint. The other thing, Solomon Store's got some more animations. Yeah. And you can now complete surveys to earn rune coins and treasure hunter keys. Yeah. Many other free-to-play games have done this, and 99% of it is bullshit. And it's just loads of fucking ads on your email. I'd make a separate email address just for this. I wouldn't use your normal email address or anything you use regularly. Literally make a special little email address specifically for this and hopefully link it to your account. It's really not worth using your main email address if it's anything like the other games. Either way, patch notes. Quite a few of these bad boys. So here we go. Hang on, what's going on here? Ah, fair enough, they didn't like us. Either way, patch note time. So there's a few in here, as you can see. There's a couple of things. Should be quite interesting. Let's have at it then. So, graphical wise, Elven clan emotes will now play properly if the player activates them while performing other actions. The Slayer VIP tickets inventory model now looks like a ticket. The offhand rune dart imagery icon is no longer offset incorrectly. Wow, small amount of graphical thingies. Moving on to the skills, DDs and minigames, Movran will now always give 20 Slayer points after completing a task. Good. After declining a Slayer's Master Special challenge while holding a Slayer VIP ticket, players will now only be offered an alternative once and will receive the assignment chosen. Players who cannot yet access Order Maidens can also no longer access the Gold and Platinum Rush of Blood challenges. The examine text on the Heist Jail key has been corrected. The patch bomb now works with Privthinus farming patches except for Elder Trees. Super Ultra Flora Growth Potion. I think I might just want one of those just for the name. Will now work on the Trayan tree patch in Privthinus. It is no longer possible to clear healthy growing crops in the herb and bush patches in the Crua section of Privthinus. Fair enough. Good. Fix that. It is no longer possible to take upgraded skill outfit headwear into certain minigames. Togger Hawk will no longer do nothing until you stun him when he enters the lava during the fight cauldron. What? Togger Hawk will no longer do nothing until you stun him when he enters the lava. You fucking what? Was that a thing? I can't remember what the fight is called. It's the stupid bloody thing that gives you access to the Togger Cape. Yeah? That thing. No? Am I thinking the wrong thing? I don't remember. It's the stupid fight you fight in a little caged area anyway. So Togger Hawk does nothing until you stun him. Seriously? What, so he just kind of glitches and stands there like a melon? Was that a thing? Honest to God. Although then again, I viewed that fight as a bollock ton easier than when it first came out, so either way, didn't really matter. Moving on, stop babbling. Players with summoned familiars, other than a bob carrying items and pets, can now pass through the fight pit's entrance. Players no longer get stuck after passing through the fight pit entrance vent. It's probably a good thing. Moving on to quests and achievements. A typo in the rewards interface for the quest The Golem has been fixed. Privthinus elves now count towards the Rampage Mark 13 daily challenge. Moving on to the miscellaneous stuff. Sarah Dominus and Zamorakian Warpriest Arbor now correctly adapt to level 50 when equipped on a free world. Falador Shield 1-4 and Void Knight Deflector Shields now have damage reduction applied. The diminishing healing effect from one of the Dark Crystals is now filtered by game messages. Players no longer ask the Master Fisher about construction skill gapes. What? Dagon monks have been rebalanced. An issue where players' grave could sometimes end up under the east slope to Privthinus has been fixed. Yeah, that's a bit of a cause for concern. Players will now be able to correctly attack other players in the wilderness if they teleport there from the Jewel Arena. Players can now fill their Spirit Pack pigs from bank. Elunid will now correctly recharge crystal weapons and armor from players' inventories. Freedom now breaks binds applied by NPCs using Asphyxiate, Rapid Fire, Flurry and Assault. Good. This is no longer possible to teleport to Movran using the Slayer Helm teleport function without first unlocking the ability to do so. Finishing a Rise of the Sixth kill from the Shadow Realm will now correctly award XP. It is no longer possible to equip certain Lent items in the wilderness. Good. That shouldn't have been a thing in the first place. Noted Shark will no longer appear in the rewards chest after killing the QBD. Aww. Noted Shark? Hang on, what? Why have we Noted Shark in here? I don't remember getting Noted Shark. It was always Rocktails, no? Am I going senile? Insane? Mental? Bonkers? Crazy? I don't remember getting Shark here. Yeah, it was always Rocktails. Why was Shark in there? Who put Shark in the QBD drop table? I don't know. Salary and the Twisted stats have been corrected. I could just be wrong, to be totally honest. I am going a bit mental. The Brackish Blade now has matching strength stats for its attack requirement. Rum Pump Crabs now have more appropriate weaknesses. It is no longer possible to use Squirk Juice or achievement banners to stall damage. Torva, Pernix, and Virtus gloves and boots no longer have the same repair cost regardless of how degraded they are. The Follower Details tab will no longer vanish when clicked if it is already docked within other tabs. Last but not least, we have Ninja Fixes. The Withdraw X to Beast of Burden option no longer appears inside the bank interface unless a Beast of Burden familiar has been summoned. The cooldown timer for abilities now displays correctly in slots 13 and 14. It is now possible to access Valagar's Yak Shop without going through numerous chat options. Thank fuck for that. Players are now warned about dropping an item of high value when dropping a Superior Leviathan Ring, Death Lotus Darts, or a Ring of Vigor. Flax models throughout the game have been updated. Yay! Leprechauns will now accept noted items for storage. Most of the task set rewards items have been made hybrid class. Good. Although, would anyone use that in combat? Really? Either way, people, that is your patch notes. This was all out yesterday. Unfortunately, I couldn't make a video on it then. Other than that, happy fucking days. Ironman's out. Loving the hardcore Ironman. So yeah, expect an episode on that pretty soon. I dare say. And then another one pretty soon after it, maybe. Either way, that is it, people. Tomorrow? Wednesday tomorrow? Could be. Lore. If you're into the lore, give me something to do the lore on. If not, it'll be carrying on with the random books. I'm sure I'll find another interesting one. So either way, that's pretty much it. You've now all been informed. Get on to Ironman. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Either way, catch you all later, people. Have a good one. Do it now.